Hi everyone, and welcome to Frostpunk The Last Autumn. So this is the newest expansion for Frostpunk, coming out on January the 21st, and it's basically the prequel story. So, let's get into it, shall we? This is supposed to be a hard scenario for advanced players, whatever that means. And I haven't actually played Frostpunk in a while, so I might be a little bit rusty. Last but not least, I'm on the final stretch to 100,000 subscribers, less than 700 away at the time of recording this video. So if you enjoy Frostpunk and this series, and you're not subscribed yet, just press that damn subscribe button, alright? Cool, let's get on with it. The Last Autumn. The Empire is collapsing under the strain of climate catastrophe, yet no one is ready to admit it openly. A secret project to build the generators is put into motion.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin, Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
Alright then. We crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113. Where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work riots and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. For Queen and country. Yeah, this looks a little bit different than your usual Frostpunk landscape. I like it. So, there are some new mechanics here, from what I know. Before you start building the generator, you have to set up your basic supply infrastructure. That means building the docks and gathering the resources piling up by them. You'll also need raw food source, the fishing harbor, or a forager's camp. Okay? So, we got 90 homeless people right now. We got 75 workers and 15 engineers. We got piles of wood, steel, we got stockpile, we got steam cores. Okay then. And not that much space, as far as I can tell. But maybe it's just me. Okay, the first thing we're going to need is a road. So let's just build one. That's good enough. And then some houses. Probably a good idea, we don't want homeless people. And let's check the book of laws, because there is a new one in here. Let's see, anything completely new? Some of these are familiar, like the public house. Okay, on-site burials. A morgue. Radical treatment, that's not new. Sustained life, bathhouse. And some grayed out that we cannot see yet. Evening service. Alright then. Well, we can't unlock anything just yet, so that will have to wait. Let's build that street, shall we? And then we'll get a few houses. Or rather tents. First steps. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear the area around the shaft to make space for the construction facilities. Okay? So, as far as I can tell, I can't actually build anything too close to the generator, which is a little bit different than before. Interesting. Okay, we can build... what was that again? A resource depot. And a gathering post. Should probably grab a gathering post, because that's a lot of piles. Can always remove it later. Yeah, let's grab one. I think it's a good idea. Anything else? We will definitely need a workshop. But first, I need to wait to get some resources. Let's speed things up a bit. And a few tents. Yeah, I'm going to need wood. Let's assign people to the wood piles. Off you go then. Or just finish the camp first. Or rather the gathering post. Then we'll assign workers here. Steam cores. Okay, the steel pile was out of range. I assume we'll need steam cores, so let's just grab those. And I guess that will do. I can still assign people to the wood pile, but I don't think that will be necessary. We'll be fine. Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft. Deep, ain't it? And to think we have to work down there. Out of boredom, or maybe to exorcise their fears, more workers join in. Soon, rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little other entertainment. Let them be, stop them. Discontent will rise slightly. I feel like there will be consequences if we let them continue. Let's just stop them. It will rise slightly, but that's okay. Oh no, we made an unpopular decision. Right, let's get some tents. So over here we'll have to do, since I can't build them too close to the generator. Alright then. Well, it's a good thing we don't need coal yet, as you usually do in this game. This scenario seems quite different. Looking forward to it. Alright, well, the other tents will have to wait, I'm afraid. We'll probably want a medical post, at least one. A cookhouse. And a workshop. Should definitely get the workshop ASAP. And start some research. That will probably be next. What's happening? People got a cold. Sir, a few of our people got a cold from sleeping on the ground. We should provide them with some kind of accommodation. Yes, I'm working on it. I'll provide some shelter, so we'll have 2 days. I'll provide shelter for everyone. Yeah, no, probably not for everyone. I mean, we could try, but I would need 6 more tents. Fine. Okay, but there will be a penalty if we fail. So let's maybe try not to fail. Extend this a little bit. Alright. Might want to assign people to the wood piles after all, because I'm going to need the wood. If we are planning to build 6 more tents. And then I'll also need a medical post. But one step at a time. Alright people, get to work! And give me the wood. There we go. How much wood is 1 tent again? Yeah, that's 10 wood, so I need at least 60 more right now. Alright. We do have 2 days. That should be enough, as far as I can tell. Yeah, it should be enough. Okay, and one more. Yes, I know we're out of wood. Tell me something new. Is this enough? One more. Okay, that should be fine. I'm pretty sure that will be fine. Steam cores depleted. That was quick. There we go, done. Nice. Motivation rises. And then we need to get the medical post. So let's maybe do that. Might want to extend that street a little bit. So probably better to build it like kind of in the middle. Over here or so. It might have to wait until tomorrow. Can we build it before night time? No. It's already 8 PM. Alright. Well, it's not a bad start so far, but this is like only day 2 or 3. Nothing dangerous is really happening yet. So next up we need to research and build docks. First of all, we need to build a workshop. Let's get that done. And assign engineers to the medical post, obviously. Something happening again? Reality check. As the camp wakes up under the dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we'll be sent to the end of nowhere, they grumble. There is nothing for us to do here but work. And they are going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep their motivation up, the efficiency will suffer. Motivation will fall each morning. Well, we'll see what we can do. So what can we do to increase motivation? Public house. Okay, motivation will rise. A chapel. People living nearby will gather to pray, which will raise their motivation. Okay, so that's another option. New recipe. That will also increase motivation. I need to actually build the cookhouse to begin with. Yeah, this one is not good, but I assume it's way more efficient. Let's go with the meals, because I need to build the cookhouse anyway. Okay, let's do that then. And we need the cookhouse next. Let's get that done immediately. Once we get 20 wood, I guess. And assign engineers here. So, technology tree. Let's see, food and health. Foragers quarter. Allows us to send foragers who search the wilderness for supplies. Yes, we probably need that. Docks. We do need that. Profiles manufacture. Let's get foragers quarter. That's 7 hours. And 10 wood to research. Docks are the same. Well, ships bringing basic materials from local sources are unloaded here. But we need food. Alright, don't worry, we'll get both. But foragers quarter first. And then we'll get the docks. Okay, sounds good. So, about that cookhouse. Need 20 wood. There we go. So, right here. There will be like a tiny little bit of empty space between that tent and the cookhouse. But it's fine. I hope you don't have OCD. There we go. So, 5 engineers. That will use up all of my available engineers. But that's okay. So, I will run out of raw food pretty quickly, but that's alright. We already finished researching Forager's quarter. We already have some hungry people. So this was definitely a good thing to prioritize. Alright, I need to extend the street. First, let's get started on docks research. And we'll build a street. That will do. Okay, and Forager's quarter. Oh, that's actually pretty big. It's slightly bigger than I thought it will be. Okay, maybe this is not the best spot for it. Over here would likely be a little bit better. I thought it will be a little bit smaller, but apparently not. I think it will have to wait until tomorrow. It will destroy nearby resources. Oh yeah, the tree. Okay, I mean, there's not that much space. And I have to place it somewhere. Fine, let's just place it over there. There should be more than enough trees around here. Yeah, there are plenty, it's fine. Famous last words. Get to work, everyone! Yeah, that's a lot of hungry people. Probably not so good. There. Create a new foragers team. 20 wood, 10 steel, 15 workers. That sounds fine. Okay, and we'll go here. Off you go then. Yeah, 18 hungry people. What else? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we do have a medical post already. I think I got all the basics. Now I need the dogs, basically. And let's make sure people won't starve. Oh yeah, I can switch to the hearty meal, which we unlocked. It's less efficient, however, it will increase motivation, which is something we need, so let's just do that, I guess. Do we need a second cookhouse? I hope not. No, it's fine. Yeah, we got 122 food rations. I might need another stockpile, because that's already like 1/3. Another law. Let's see what we can do. Cocaine pills, really? Okay, interesting. New ability, use cocaine pills in cookhouses to increase motivation. I wasn't told it's that kind of cookhouse. Low risk of death by overdose. Yeah, let's maybe not do that just yet. That seems slightly excessive. Let me see what we got here. Morgue. We could build a chapel. Let's go with that. People living nearby will gather to pray, which will raise their motivation. And then that leads to evening service, which I assume is something we can use at the chapel every evening or so. Bathhouse. Oh yeah, bathhouse leads to comfortable quarters, crowded quarters. That might actually be a little bit better. People living near a working bathhouse are less likely to fall ill. Let's go with that then. Hopefully it's not too huge. 40 wood, 20 steel, okay? That's slightly more expensive. We have to wait until tomorrow anyway. How much wood do we actually have in here? It's not infinite, is it? No, it's not. Obviously not. Wait, is it? 4 per hour? Is that 7 left? Yeah, it seemed like it. How's that research? 41%. I assume we'll have to start using up the actual trees. And we need that dog ASAP. But I'm waiting for it. It's coming. Come on now, get up, you lazy bastards. Get to work. Foragers have reached the reindeer tracks, okay? Let's see what's going on here. There's nothing here. I can't actually do anything. No, we can search. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. Hunting grounds, nesting place. Okay, off you go then. 12 hours. Come on, get to work already. Wood pile depleted. Yep, we already ran out of wood. Well then, that is not good news. You overhear two workers arguing over the reality of the global cooling. You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me, I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I can move my family out of St. Giles. Well, then you're a fool, because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? Mind your work, lads. This content will fall slightly. So the science says. Motivation will rise slightly. Okay. Well, let's increase the motivation a bit. There we go. So, we got 47 wood. I'm still waiting for the docks to finish. I assume we'll get some wood that way, when we build the docks. There we go, done. Let's pick the next research right away. So what do we actually have here? Sawmill. Yep, we need that. Let's get that then. And I assume we have enough to build the docks. Basic docks, 25 wood. Okay, well that's pretty big, but that's alright. And I assume we need to build a street, although it wasn't yellow, so perhaps not. Well, let's actually build it first to begin with, but it didn't say it requires an adjacent street. Because buildings do that when they actually require one. Like, they are yellow, but it was not yellow. So perhaps it's not needed. Tutorial summary. Yeah, I figured that out already. The area around the generator shaft is the construction site. With few exceptions, only buildings from the generator tab can be placed there. Motivation. Switching between buildings. By clicking on the arrows to the left, blah blah blah. Okay. Come on, finish the docks. How's our food situation? Yeah, we got plenty. I want to see how many resources we'll get through the docks. Are we there yet? Okay, so we need to select a resource, okay, and assign workers. Telegraph station. Now that we have built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build the telegraph station. Okay, fine. I assume we'll have to research it first? No, apparently not. But I need more wood. I guess we might want to wait for that. So let's select wood then, shall we? 9.6 per hour. That's not too bad. That's faster than one pile was. Yeah, it is faster. Okay, carry on. That should help our situation. There's also coal and steel, so we can't bring food through the docks. Good to know. Also, our expedition is almost there. And the research is almost done. But it's already the end of the workday. Next policy. So let's check what this is. Comfortable quarters. This content will fall permanently. Motivation will raise slightly, okay? Housing buildings will accommodate up to 12 people. Right, our discontent is currently at 0, as far as I remember. Yes, it's at 0. So let's pass on that law for now. What can we unlock? I do not want cocaine pills just yet. Radical treatment. Oh yeah, that's an old policy. Radical treatment and sustain life. We don't need that just yet though. So let's maybe get a chapel. That will increase motivation, which is something we want. And we can find out what evening service is exactly. 30 wood and 10 steel. Okay, let's go with that. So let me check the follow-up. Evening service. Yeah, that unlocks the ability. Each use will increase motivation. Yep, I figured as much. Alright then, now we need to wait for some wood. And we have reached the hunting grounds. Now we can explore. The gentle banks of this swiftly flowing stream form a convenient watering place. We could set up camp here for some time to hunt animals coming for water. Sure, let's do that. Set up camp. 4 days. Delivering 80 raw food every 1 day. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Start gathering resources piled up by the docks. Oh yeah, that will create actual piles, will it? I can't actually see one yet. Okay then. Well, we are about to finish the sawmill. We'll need that as well. And we need to build a bathhouse. Is that time limited? Yes, it is. And the chapel. So that's 3 days, 20 hours. I should have enough time for all of that. But wood might be a bit of a problem. Come on now, get up. And get to work. And give me my sawmill research already. Because we need that. Like, right now. So what's up with that pile of wood then? Yeah, basic dogs will produce a wood pile, but there isn't one yet. At least I'm not seeing one. Okay then. Oh yeah, there it is. It just popped up right now. We still got idle workers, so off you go. That will give us how much? 4 per hour. Not a huge amount, but I'm afraid it will have to do. Let's build the sawmill, shall we? That's only 10 wood, fortunately. I would prefer to have it somewhere where we already built a street. Or at least reasonably close. However, it might be better to just build it here. That's what I'm thinking. We'll have more trees in range. I'll just have to build an actual street. So, like, right here. It will not destroy anything. At least there's no message about that. And then we'll build a street. Yeah, this should be fine. Hopefully. I'll need a little bit of extra wood, but that's alright. We are about to get that. Another event. An engineer complains to you. Sir, it seems I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now, you see, I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud, and well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? Yeah, okay. Our discontent is at 0 basically, so... Okay, sure. This is fine. Come on, more wood. Steel pile depleted, that's alright. I guess we don't need that gathering post anymore. No. Might as well dismantle it. Which will give us some wood. So there it is. What do we need first? Yeah, the bathhouse, because I got 2 days, 11 hours left on that timer. That still means I need a street. Or maybe we can build it here. How big is it to begin with? Health. 40 wood, 20 steel. I need to watch my steel. We got 61 right now. Okay. I think this will have to do. I will not have all the tents in range, but it's enough. We'll destroy one tree, but that's alright. We might want to switch to steel, actually. Seeing how we got a sawmill. That's probably best. Since we have a source of wood, but I do not have a source of steel. There's the bathhouse, and next we need the chapel. And we can get another law. So let's get evening service, since I'll be building the chapel soon anyway. Might as well unlock that. It's not up yet, but it will be up soon enough. Yeah, 30 wood. Let's just wait for 30 wood then. 9 hours left on these guys. Yeah, food might actually be a problem in the long run. Perhaps we need another... What was it called? You know, that building. Forager's quarter. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll need another Forager's quarter. It feels like one will not be enough. At least that's my impression so far. Yes, we are working on that street, I think. Well, now we are. But right now everyone is sleeping. Come on, get up. Get to work. We got 2 days, 11 hours left. That should be more than enough time. Let's build it right away. So it should also be close to the houses. Yeah, right here. Not adjacent, but it will be adjacent soon enough, don't worry. Here. As for the research, right, I should have queued up something. Faster gathering? Oh, not enough wood, right. Does everything here require wood? Yes, it does. Let's wait for 10 wood then. Can't actually start the research right now. There. So... yeah, 50 wood, that's a little bit too much. Let's get faster gathering. Or profile manufacturing. A plant where universal structural profiles can be produced. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's required to build the generator. Let's get faster gathering. Especially since that leads to resource depot upgrade. There's the chapel, which means we can use evening service. Right here. 20 food rations. Motivation will rise slightly. I suppose we can do that, yeah. I don't think I'll be spamming it too aggressively, but right now our motivation is at like 50%. And there is daily loss every single day. Just something to keep in mind. Okay, what else do we need? I'm thinking probably at least one resource depot, but that uses 10 steel, which I don't necessarily want to use right now. Let's get that telegraph station done. That will use almost all of my available steel. This might be a good time to switch to steel. Switching to another resource will stop unloading for some time. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. That's fine. We have a source of wood, so I'm not too concerned about that anymore. How long will that take? It doesn't actually say, does it? Nope. Anyway, let's get that telegraph station. It has to be out of range of the generator. Well, this seems fine. It will not remove any resources, as in trees. And we already have a street over there, so sure. It doesn't have to be next to the dock. Looking good so far. This is supposed to be a hard scenario, but I assume this is all basically just a setup. And things will get much harder later. This will also finish our current objectives. And I only had 2 days, 5 hours left to do that. The line is open. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants of Liverpool, should the worst happen. Their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. So now we can order resources. Let's see how exactly that works. Order shipment. Cost 2. Cost in terms of what? Workers, engineers, steam cores. Right, so we can request more engineers. Interesting. What does cost actually mean? Cost in what kind of unit? Or can we order up to the logistical limit? This limit rises over time. It reflects the current logistical means assigned to this generator construction site. Okay. Well, let's get maybe 1 steam core and a bunch of engineers. Because we will need some steam cores. And maybe like 2 workers. Okay, this seems fine. So we don't actually pay in any resources. The cost is just the logistical cost. It's basically just time. Generator shaft structure. Now that you have the basic infrastructure, it's time to start with the reconstruction of the generator. Build the profiles manufacture and then produce 8 structural profiles. That will allow you to set up the shaft structure. Right, so we have to research that next. We are also about to finish researching faster gathering. Okay, so let's get started on this. 30 wood and 10 steel. Speaking of steel, are we already getting some? Yep. There we go. So we are getting both wood and steel now. However, that's going to be the end of this episode. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, or a dislike if you didn't. And subscribe for more videos just like this one. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.